And we are live. Welcome back to Pistons Jack Fan Reacts, where we've got a unreal game to go through, and probably the only win we've had in the past 2 weeks was against the Raptors, but I couldn't go live after that. So really excited to chat about a win with everyone on the stream tonight. Um, for those that want to jump on, I've got D, I got Austin, and I've got Campbell lined up, but huge win tonight. So if you want to jump on, talk about the Pistons, talk about the playoffs, please shoot me a DM and we'll get you on up here. But just my very, very quick thoughts on the game before we'll bring up D first. He was in here. Honestly, my biggest takeaway is Kay Cunningham is going to be the best player in the Knicks Pistons series. I know they were missing OG Anunoby, and I know they're missing Josh Hart. So I'm not going crazy, but regardless, he's done it now 3 times in a row. He scored 36 in back-to-back games against the Knicks, and then he had like a 29-point triple-double with 15 assists in the earlier game in the season. He's going to be the best player in the series. He was incredible tonight, just getting to his spots. He was hitting post hooks, post fades, pull-up threes. Like, he even had like a putback at one point, like 8 assists as well, just quietly. He's kind of had foul trouble, at least in the past couple of games against the Knicks. So he kind of had that to deal with as well. But just incredible game from him. Have to quickly shout out Ron Holland, who I can see currently is doing the post-game interview. He had 6 points in a row just when the Pistons were starting to build that lead around the midway of the fourth. Just a huge chase down block as well, a recovery block that led to a Beasley dunk. Just massive minutes from a 19-year-old. Like, huge minutes for Ron. I think he finished with 13 and 5 boards. Like, I know he had the 26 or 27 against the Pelicans, but I don't know, man. He was awesome in that fourth quarter. And then the final thing is just the defense in that second half. How good was it, particularly in the second half of that third quarter, I want to say. How good was it to hear LCA just erupting and our guys just locking up the Knicks? I thought Isaiah Stewart did an immensely good job on Cat in the second half. I think Stu played like 12 or 13 minutes straight. Cat got a couple of buckets, but he chucked up some tough shots, had some turnovers. I thought Stu, after having a weirdly probably bad first half for him with some turnovers and just some uncharacteristic stuff, just was awesome in the second half. And then the rest of the team followed. Like I mentioned, Ron Holland had some hustle plays. Dennis Schroeder was flying everywhere. Just a team effort. And so good to see that defense back. Like, to hold the Knicks to 106, Pistons get up 115. I think to have that defensive intensity back, and JB just said it in his press conference, that the past 4 games hasn't been Detroit basketball, but that second half was. So those are my brief thoughts, but I'm going to bring up D now to get his thoughts on the game. And I can see we've got Prince here now as well. So I think we've got 4 people. So I'm going to try keep this to between 5 to 10 minutes per person, probably closer to 10, but I just want to make sure we get to everyone. So D, what's going on, man? Uh-oh. He's not there.
Yep.
Oh, here he is. I think we've got him.
Hello.
D, can you hear me, bro?
I can hear you. Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I just can't see you. But that's all. Have you got your camera off?
Yeah, no, my camera's on.
Okay. I don't know if anyone else in the stream can see, but
it looks like I'm
fire away your
frozen.
thoughts. We can hear you.
Looks like I'm frozen in my camera for some reason. Do you want me to sign out and come back in?
Yeah. Do that. Well, I can
All
hear
right.
you. I can hear you. Just fire away your thoughts, man.
Oh, what a game! I was starting to get a little bit worried, in the first and second quarter, but we were tied, and then it just got really fucking. I'm sorry, I can't swear. Really freaking exciting.
You've already done it.
My bad.
You're good. You're good. You've done it
I'm
now, so far
excited.
away.
What a game. What a game. So, yeah, I was excited. 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 What a game. So, yeah, I Yeah, I have heard over the last all of this week really, people just chatting junk in my ear, talking about, oh yeah, y'all have lost it, y'all were just on a lucky streak, y'all have just been having one of those like lucky seasons that but it's over for y'all now. And yeah, now look, so that was super exciting. That felt like a playoffs game. You feel me?
Absolutely. At like the as the team was coming back in that 3rd quarter, the crowd was going crazy, like,
Yeah,
I could hear it through the screen, man. It was that had
me
a
too.
I know the Knicks were missing a couple of key players, but I don't really care, to be honest. Like, I just to see our guys rise and play with such an intensity and just yeah, just to hear the crowd, it was such a good win, I thought.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That crowd was getting me so geeked. They were so excited. Everybody's smiling in the crowd, getting louder and louder and louder as the game was going on. Man, that warmed my heart.
It
Yeah, I really enjoyed this game.
It was awesome, and I even saw some photos, it looks like there was, like, lines out the door to get into LCA tonight, so it was packed in there, so I'm glad
Yeah,
they all got a good game, and I think, like, DU obviously never wavered, but I think some of the fan base was getting a little bit worried about this team perhaps playing some bad basketball to like, with the playoffs just around the corner, but I think tonight they showed, like, "Nah, we're good." Like, yeah, we might have played around with things a little bit in the past week, but when we lock in and focus, and they had Tobias back tonight, who I thought was really good. Like, I thought that second half they were excellent, and you
yeah,
know
yeah. The
we're
second half
good for the
was
playoffs.
great. And nothing gets any crowd going, but especially especially a Pistons fan base going, like when we are clawing our way back, um, and I feel like the players just feed off of that. So yeah, yeah, it was a
Absolutely.
beautiful thing to watch. I was just talking to my wife actually last night, because we will be home again next season, with parts of like during next season. And
Yep.
the only thing that hurts my heart about the team doing this well is you just know that the ticket price is gonna go up, you know? No more
Yeah.
$25 tickets for us. So um yeah, that's gonna be hard, but you'll pay what
You
you
never
gotta pay, I guess.
you never know during the you're talking like you'll be there during the regular season.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
never know.
yeah.
You never know.
No,
Hopefully, the schedule,
you,
they
you
get like a Washington or something, and I don't know, they might not be too expensive,
usually
but you are
usually
right,
once
they'll
the
go up.
team starts doing well, it don't really matter who they're
Yeah.
playing. We had the same thing with the Lions. We used to be able to go and see Lions games for, you know, super cheap. And then when we were
Yeah.
home over Thanksgiving, we couldn't really go and see the Lions without paying about $400. So
No, I
it'll probably be not that expensive, but it's yeah, it's definitely gonna go up.
no, well, yeah, they will probably for sure. You're right, but um, look, D, I like any other thoughts on this game, man. Like I'm with you. It's good to. I was seeing some even in the first half of this game, the Knicks fans were talking a bit and they were up and
Yeah,
about. So man, it was good to just finish so strong and just lock. Like
yeah,
I love that we won. I thought on our defense. I think that's what I
yeah,
love, and the crowd gets into it when the defense is like ramped up. It's awesome.
yeah. No, man, Holland's performance today
Yes,
was incredible as well. Um, Holland's just really earning his spot. And he deserves it every minute that he has on that court right now. He's
no.
doing amazing things.
Couldn't agree more, man. He was awesome. That 4th quarter, I think he scored 6 points in a row or something, like, just off
Yeah,
all kinda hustle and drives,
yeah,
like, he just
yeah. At
made it
at
happen.
one point, the camera shot over to him. He just scored, and he was clapping. and about 20 seconds later, he was still clapping, like just hyped. He was
Yeah.
just like he was feeling himself. I was like, I love that.
Oh, it's the best, man. He's like born to be on this team in Detroit. Like he's
Yeah,
such a good fit. Like
yeah,
it's the match
absolutely
made.
is.
Um,
Absolutely. And Stewart as well. Stewart, when he got fouled out, thank God it was right towards the end of the game, but he'd done really
mm,
well as well.
uh,
Um, Everyone played well tonight, especially in the second half for sure.
yeah, no, I couldn't agree more. Like it's funny, you look at the box score for Stu, and it's like there's no points. There's like I think he had like one rebound, but it's just like if you watch the game, you saw in that second half the job he did on Cat was
Yeah,
pretty
yeah,
special. So,
yeah,
um,
yeah.
great call from
Definitely,
you.
definitely helps when he's on the court for sure. And
100%.
yeah, man, I'm just so geeked. I'm really, really excited. And
Yeah.
I get to go back with some bragging rights now. A few pieces of shit that have been talking trash in my ear all week long. So
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna enjoy that.
Man. Well, look, D man, we've got a few lined up tonight, my man. So I'm gonna
I
go
bet.
to Austin next, bro. But I'm with you, man. I'm glad. My brother's a huge Knicks fan, massive Knicks fan. So these games mean a bit more to me as well. So
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
with you with the
yeah. I
bragging
will
rights.
enjoy laughing at him, bro.
I will, brother. Appreciate you, my man. Have a good
All
day.
right, sir. You
We'll
too.
chat soon. All right, let's get on up. Austin. Here he is. It's
Mhm.
been a minute, my man.
What's up, dude?
Detroit's own.
It has been a while, yes, for sure. Got
How
a
you
quick
feeling?
couple minutes for you. Just oh man,
Far away.
the vibes are high. It's hearing LCA kind of go off like it did was just it was awesome. And early in that game, I think early in the third quarter, they got beat down the floor a couple times, and I think that's just kind of the difference between this team and teams of the past. They really stepped up and started playing, hard defense. Took pride in the defensive end. The end of that third and all of the fourth. So it was awesome to see, and it was awesome to see Ron Holland get some like important minutes down the stretch and actually contribute in those minutes. Yeah, and it was dope.
No, I got like, man, you and I were talking in the chat, like just about like there's some backdoor cuts in the first half, a little bit in the third, and it's just like, come on, guys, like this is what they did to us back in November. But
Mm.
like you said, the LCA rock, like it was so lit. I'm excited to go back and watch the last quarter tonight. But like that was, I think that's my most encouraging thing was just to see the defense really ramp up and return, even if it only was for a quarter and a half to close that game. Um, that's the thing that's going to give me the most confidence they can win. 2 games in a series against the Knicks. The defense has to be where it was for like all of Jan,
Yeah.
Feb, and a bit of March.
Well, and I think the officiating is going to. I would say it's probably even going to be, I guess, less calls. I think once you get to the playoffs, those flops that Brunson and Cat hit, those aren't going to be there. And I think that's going to just benefit the Pistons even more. I think they have that edge on honestly a lot of teams. Um, now it's just kind of like, well, do you want them to win those last 2 games? Like, I don't know exactly what the playoff seating looks like if they were to win the 2 games. Like, I don't know if New York has to lose or whatever, because yeah, I think after tonight, like, I don't think I really cared about who they play in the playoffs, but after tonight, it's like, yeah, I want them. I want them to play the Knicks. Like,
Yeah.
Cade is easily the best player on the floor when they play them, and he shows it every single time. And I mean, even though I think the same thing against the Pacers, you've said it before, they just have that mental edge right now. And I think if the Pistons can win one series in the playoffs and kind of get some confidence if they have to meet the Pacers, although, yeah, that's probably what it would be. It'd be, I give them the edge. I don't know. It's just,
There's I just I'm I think they go into a Knicks series, like, they get another win tonight. Even if they had a lost that and it was a close game and the defense still looked how it did, like, I still think they just go into a Knicks series mentally just with so much more confidence. Not saying
Mm,
they win a series or anything, but just the Pacers, like, yeah, I would be very worried about game 1 and 2 in Indiana. Whereas going to New
yeah,
York for game 1 and 2, I feel like it's purely like they go in there with nothing to lose, but in a confident way. Whereas if they go to
yeah,
Indiana, I feel like they could go in there, get demoralized, and then there's all this
yeah,
pressure on game 3 that would scare me. But
yeah,
yeah, I'm with you. I want the Knicks. Like, it's just there's something there. Like,
yeah. Well, I
it's
feel it'll
it,
kind of put them on the map a little bit too, because those games will be like nationally televised, and you know, obviously really funny to see Shaq change his views and say that the Pistons would beat them in a first round. Even though he didn't even know who the head coach was a month ago, but whatever, man. Like, yeah, it'll be good, and you know, again, it's been mentioned a lot. I think, at least for me, on here, it's just like this season has been like 3 seasons wrapped up into one. You had the beginning of the season where they were learning how to, play together, and they were losing games in the end, but they were winning it most of the ways. And then they had like the second part of the season where they were learning how to close out games, and they kind of were and they kind of weren't. And go back to like the Hornets game where they had a big lead and then blew it, and they still ended up winning, but it was closer than it should have been. To like now they're beating good teams, like coming back down 13 in the second half. Like this season it's been like a full 3 years of development wrapped up into one, and it's
yeah.
been awesome. It's been awesome to watch.
That's a great way to put it. 3 years of development wrapped up in one. It's like it because they've now exceeded what we thought they would be last year. Like, I think last year we thought they'd be like 28, 30 win team, and that was just my expectations for this season out of fear. But like, yeah, like you said, like this is like 3 years worth in one, like in the way they've won games and just the development from some of the guys. It's crazy.
Yeah,
Crazy. Like, who would have thought we're sitting here in October, November that, like, we'd be excited, like, that this team can really give the Knicks some trouble in a first round series with no play-in.
yeah. I mean, again, the first time I was ever on stream was after that Knicks game, and just
Oh,
to think about
yeah.
as so, as far as we've come, man, like it's so crazy. That game was yikes. Vibes were super low. That was after their first win, right? They'd beaten
Yes.
the Sixers, and then that was the next game. Going trying to like put myself into the position of remembering what I was thinking at that point to now doesn't even feel like the same season. So
It's
um
crazy.
it's been a cool journey to kind of be a part of, to kind of just see them really turn everything around. And yeah, it's been awesome to see. But
So good.
yeah, it's good. I know you got to line up, so I'll hop off,
Oh, you're good. I
but
wanna ask you one
yeah.
more thing before you go.
Okay.
How are the Tigers looking? Give us your 60 seconds or less on the Tigers.
Oh man, pretty good. I think towards the end of last season they put together a really good run that maybe people thought was kind of a fluke. But they've come out and they've been playing pretty well. A couple of their first round picks who had really been hitting. They like well, one of them was a pitcher, one of them a hitter, but they hadn't been like hitting in all their strides. Are both playing really well right now. So yeah, I mean, um, I think that they're kind of ahead of schedule too. I think they're going to be right where they need to be. I think playoffs for them as well. So
It's
it's also
crazy.
kind of cool because I think I saw it was like Detroit's going to be hosting playoffs for 3 of the major teams within like a 6 month span or something, with the Tigers and the Lions and now the Pistons. Sadly, the Red Wings got defeated in their playoff hopes tonight, but they'll be there soon. And yeah, things are just looking up here, man. It's dope.
So good. That's so good. Well, I'm guessing it's been forever since at least 3 major teams are in the playoffs.
I would say so, yeah. Because when the Tips were good, like 2012ish. That was when the Pistons were like mediocre, I guess you would say. The Lions were kind of there, but kind of not. And then, I mean, the Red Wings were good for a really, really long time. I mean, the last 7 or 8 years, I think they've kind of fallen off. So yeah,
Yeah,
things are really turning around. So it's definitely
love it.
very cool.
Let's go. Well, Osman, man, so good to have you back on the stream, brother. It's been a while, but hopefully we can get you back
Yeah,
sometime
for sure,
soon.
man.
But always awesome to chat, my man.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you. See ya.
Appreciate you. We'll talk. Bye. All right. Now I've got Prince and Campbell here. I'm gonna go Campbell first though, because he messaged me earlier, and then we'll get to you, Prince. I promise I won't keep you up too late. But let's get Campbell on up, my fellow Aussie friend. What's going on, mate?
Good man, not much. Great win today. How you going?
What a win. I'm fantastic now. I'm fantastic. That I was thinking the second quarter or the third quarter when they got up by like 11 or 13 again, I was like, maybe they just don't
Yeah,
have it. And I was just starting to come to terms with, okay, I think they're going to lose today, but I'm going to make sure after this game I don't overreact too much. But then from like the 7 or 6 minute mark on, I don't think I've been that excited watching a
yeah.
game in a while. It was so
It
much
was.
fun.
Oh, it was so good. Like they got. I think it got out to like 11 or 13, like you said, and it's like, oh, I hope it doesn't get to 20. Like if it gets to 20, like we're sort of gone
Yeah.
here. But yeah, they managed to just keep it at that, and then just then we went on that run where Kay just went nuts for a few minutes and got it back to like 4. So they did really well, to be honest. Like yeah, I
No,
was
they did.
really, really, really pleased with the game.
And yeah, Cade was incredible. Maybe might not have spoken about him enough. Like, I'm
Yeah,
just so
yeah.
happy about the defense coming back. But yeah, Cade,
Oh yeah,
I think at one point he just brought it up the court and then just drained like a pull-up three in PJ Tucker's face. And I'm like, okay, he's feeling it now. I think that took
yeah,
him to like
yeah,
30 points. And I'm like, okay. And that was in the third when they were making a run. I'm like, shit, he's feeling
yeah,
good. Like he
yeah,
does
yeah,
not
yeah.
he just does not have any issues against the Knicks. And then he was like posting people up. Like he was just
Yeah,
incredible.
yeah. He seems comfortable against the Knicks. Like he seems
Yes, that's the
very
word.
like,
Comfortable. Literally so
and
comfortable.
that's why like honestly, what I saw today, I'd love to play the Knicks in a series because um, the Pacers, there's sort of that. If it's between those two, I'll take the Knicks all day. And
Yeah.
like the Knicks are a bit soft, I think. Like Cat's a bit soft. Brunson, they all
Yeah.
just flop. So I think if we can bring that intensity, then it'll be a good series for sure. I'll give us a
Oh,
chance.
it's gonna be so good. That was just an insight into it. Like they're obviously, like I said
Yeah,
off the top, they're missing OG and Josh Harder, who probably are their two
yeah,
best defenders. But like, I mean, Cade's played against them this season at MSG. I think both of them played. I know Josh Hart definitely did. So, and he still had some huge games. So it's going to be an awesome series. It'll be physical, but like you
yeah,
said, I feel like they've got Cat absolutely killed the Pistons in that very first game in November, which
yeah,
might have been
yeah,
the Pistons' worst game of the season. But he didn't play in the next. But the last two games, I just feel like I thought JD did a good job on Cat tonight for the most part, but
yeah,
Stu in both the last two games, I think like we're
yeah,
seeing for those that might not struggle, so those that might struggle to see the value in Stu sometimes. Like I'm talking about Pistons fans, not people who just annoy me on
yeah. Oh,
Twitter, but
yeah,
like you just see how versatile and like how much he just got in the Cat's head. Like I read off Stu's
yeah,
box score before, like it's like just a couple of ones in there and all zeros and six fouls,
yeah,
but like he just made Cat's life so hard in that like third
yeah.
and fourth quarter. It's just they've really got something, someone who can help shut down Cat, and then like I think Brunson as
Definitely.
well. Like what did he score? Actually, I didn't even look. Where's Brunson? Only 15. Wow.
Yeah,
So
it's a
they did a
good
great job on
defensive
him.
effort. Yeah, yeah, yeah. None of them. They never really looked like they're at their best. The Knicks, and that's a good thing.
Yeah.
Like Cat looked off the whole night being guarded, even when he was guarded by Duran. Like he did a really good job on him, and like he enforced himself on offense as well to sort of put Cat under a lot more pressure defensively. I think like the big man play, because that was sort of the issue at the start of the season. It's really come into
Yeah.
like they've done a great job, to be honest. Like the improvement from Duran especially has been ridiculous. I think
Absolutely.
in the second
No,
half of the season, it's been really good.
he's been amazing. Like he's been that good. Like since like January 1st, like he's gone to new level.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
because that was the thing, like you said, in the first couple of months of the season, it was like, oh, as soon as we play a big man that can shoot, like
yeah. I
I remember
remember Miles Turner.
yeah,
Yeah, Fruit,
Turner, Vooch, like the Bulls came
Kristaps.
in like November.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was just
yeah,
like, oh, like obviously those guys are tough to guard no matter what. Like that's what makes them
yeah.
kind of special. But like JD just had a really hard time with them, but he'll still get caught here and there. But I just think for the most part, he's gotten so much better at that. And then
Yeah,
because he's
yeah,
gotten a little bit better at that, we now like, I feel like everyone, the fan base can appreciate his rebounding more, some of his shot blocking, like
yeah.
because he doesn't have this massive glaring weakness. Like he's just gotten a lot better. And yeah, like what did he have tonight? Like I don't think he missed
I
a
thought he.
shot.
I had a look at the box score earlier. I thought he was really good.
Yeah. So it says 18, 13, 9 of 9, probably all dunks, but like
Yeah,
just
it's a great
some of
effort.
his
Yeah,
offensive rebounding, like he's just a monster.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
And
Really good effort.
what,
Uh,
what
Ron
about
Holland
Ron
was good
Holland?
too.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was about to
you
say,
read my mind.
yeah, he was incredible. Like the stuff that he's done, even when he just gets limited minutes. Because in the playoffs, I don't know how much he's going to play. If he can come on for just 5 minute bursts and just impact the game, like that is exactly what we need, especially against the Knicks. Like
Yeah,
he was so good, and like he's been so good for the whole season. I know he has his moments, but um, very happy with how he's going. He just looks like he's just going to naturally progress and eventually be a solid NBA, like either a role player or a solid starter, like good defender.
yeah,
He can impact the game. He looks like because when we drafted him as a raw prospect, but he just looks everything that I would have hoped him to be this year.
absolutely.
Especially in this
And
team where it's like it's going to be hard to crack into the rotation, but he's done really well.
you're so on the money though about like the impact he can have in limited minutes.
Yeah,
I think it was for those on Twitter, his name's Hal Britus, but I like what he said. He was like, Ron, he's going to come into the game and change the tempo no matter what. There's some good,
that's it.
there's
Yeah,
some bad, but more often than
yeah,
not, we're getting more good. And it's like it's so true. Like I feel like he came in and he just like Pistons in the second half were making their run, but he just comes in. He has that huge block. He just makes momentum
yeah,
changing plays. Like just like had a couple of drives where like I swear the ball was like coming off his foot when he was trying to dribble it, and then he just goes up and puts it in. Like, and then
yeah,
he like
yeah,
had a nice. He just like makes kind of something out of nothing, effort, and it just like ignites everyone around you.
yeah, yeah. And I think even with his moments, like when he got that tech in like the second quarter, I think,
Yeah,
um, like I feel like you can live with that if that's the intensity that he brings, and you can live with a tech here or there, and like just to say, oh, just keep going. I love the
yeah,
intensity if it leads to getting one tech, but if you get a two blocks and a steal and save 6 points, it's worth it. Like, um,
absolutely.
yeah, really good stuff
Couldn't
from
agree
him.
more. Nah, he was
Yeah,
awesome. Like
yeah,
like I think I was saying, like he was awesome in that Pelicans game a few weeks ago, but I don't know,
yeah,
like
yeah,
that Pelicans team was pretty like depleted. Ron was awesome. Like this might be like my favorite Ron game in terms of just like making big plays against like a pretty good team in like the fourth quarter. Like he was
yeah.
awesome.
Oh yeah, like a playoff team as well. This is basically a warm up to the playoffs. Like, and he's making big
Exactly.
plays. So that's a great sign. Really good sign. Um,
Love it.
and if we end up playing them, which is more than likely, if we can steal a game in New York, and then you never know what can happen. We go back to Detroit.
Mate, they're stealing a
It's not
game.
a
If they are stealing a game, I don't know if it's game one or game two, but they are. I just feel like they
yeah,
are going in there with so much confidence, and all the pressure's
yeah.
on the Knicks. Like
Oh yeah,
they,
yeah. And having won
I-
in MSG before, like having gone in there and beaten them, they can do it again. Like we've beaten them in Detroit
literally,
as well. Like
exactly. Like
yeah,
I just
very good.
not saying they win the series, but I just feel like they're winning one of those first games. Just, just have a
I
feeling.
think we will. I think we'll win at least two games. I think it'll be.
Yeah,
I think that would be my call. I'm happy to say that. I wouldn't say anything
Yeah,
more, but I think if we win 2 games, I'm happy. I'm
yeah,
happy to just
I'm
be
with
here,
you.
but
No, but I'm with you.
um,
Like our
yeah,
expectation, like from what we've seen and how good this team can be, like
yeah,
it's fine to like. I'm with you. I think like anything less than 6 games with how good we've seen this team can be when healthy,
yeah,
especially against the Knicks, I think would be a little bit of a disappointment. Like just in the moment, once
yeah.
you
Okay,
zoom out for
yeah,
the whole season, it's like, oh well, like it's a massive tick no matter what. But with how good we've
yeah,
seen they can be, I think most fans would expect 6 games at least. I think that's a
yeah.
very fair.
That's
That's
that.
where I'm
That's
at.
fair. Yeah, that sounds fair. Um,
Um,
Even to just to win a game in Detroit would be incredible for the city as well.
Mate, it would be going off there. It
Yeah,
was nice to hear
yeah,
LCA loud tonight.
yeah, yeah, for sure. Yeah, yeah.
Awesome.
It can get really loud in there. It's good.
Literally. No, when you can hear it through the broadcast, that's when it must be like crazy loud. Because sometimes, like
Yeah,
when I was at games, it was loud in there, but you watch it back and it doesn't come through as much on like League Pass or wherever you're watching it. But I could hear it
yeah,
today. Crazy. But
yeah.
Campbell, my man, I'm gonna get Prince up here. But
No worries,
appreciate you
mate.
jumping on, brother. Always good to
Yeah,
chat.
cheers for having me. Yeah, it's
Absolutely,
good.
mate. Let's get ready for a
Have a
big
good one.
first round. You
Oh,
too.
for sure. Yeah. Cheers. See ya.
See you, mate. Bye. All right, let's get Prince on up here. Fourth guest. We're flying through today. Shout out
How
to
you doing, Jack?
here he is, my man Prince. Thanks for waiting, my man.
Of course, it's always a pleasure. Um, it might be a little glitchy on my side because if you can see, the lights are out. There was a huge thunderstorm, and
Oh
these
wow.
I only have a battery powered light and a candle right now. So but I had to jump on for the post game interview. What a game!
How good was that?
hmm So I feel like with the game, I was watching it and it was just like it was like until the about the fourth quarter, it was very on and off. And in the third quarter when we were coming back from the deficit, it was such a great like coming up within the game and
Yeah.
just seeing how we could push, to such a big level and seeing like hopefully possibly a pre-playoff like matchup and seeing us play the Knicks and beat them and just how we can really just play with them is so great to see that.
Oh, it was so good just to see them come back and like because the Knicks got up a few times by double digits. Pistons would kind of get it back to 6 points, and the Knicks would get it back out to like 10. So just to see them, like you said, make a run in the game, come back, keep fighting. There was a couple of moments where like when Stu got dunked on, then he had a couple of turnovers. I was just like, "Ooh, maybe it's just not the Pistons night." And I was like, I think Ron got a tech not long after, and I was like, "Oh, I hope they're not just gonna like lose it mentally tonight." But they rallied, and it was just an awesome game. It's gonna be such a good playoff series.
Right. Especially I don't know if we play I'm still unsure if it would be better if we played the Knicks or the Pacers, but I feel like right now I do want to play the Knicks because I feel like this could be a matchup that we can definitely steal from them. And like a series, like Cade saying that his goal for this year is to win a playoff series. I think if we can beat the Knicks, and that would be all I would really need, at least to win a playoff series.
If we beat the Knicks, Pistons fans are gonna be. It's gonna be crazy. People are gonna be booking hotels for June for the finals. We're gonna be that lit if we win a first round series. But I'm with you. Like I think they can. The Knicks is the out of the two opponents. I just feel like the Knicks are the team that they could beat in the first round, and I just think it's just gonna be a fun matchup. Like you got like the Pistons, who are like a smaller market team, like Detroit versus everyone. Then you have like the Knicks, who are like the biggest team in the league, almost like Madison Square Garden. Will be on ESPN. It'll just be an amazing series. It's so exciting.
hmm Yeah, I mean, with the Knicks and K just running through the whole offense and him getting these. I don't know if you saw, but when in the I think it was the first quarter or the third quarter when he back to back turnaround in the paint, and I was just like, wow, that was so big, you know.
Yeah, no, he was
And just
like, he hit some really key shots where I was like, "Oh, he's just locked in," and it just was, like, so good to have a player like that on your team.
hmm how many points did he have? I think he had like 39.
Yeah, something I think it was, what is it? 36, so yeah, pretty like, he was
hmm
he was playing he missed 2 free throws as well. He probably could have got close to 40, closer to 40.
hmm That's definitely one thing I think we need to brush up on before the playoffs. Our free throw percentage as a team, you know, because when we like shoot and like our free throws, it's just like sometimes I just see players like Dennis Schroeder or Tim Hardaway Jr. or Kay Cunningham that would just go up to the free throw line and just not make it. And it's just like we need those points, you know. Like I feel like we could have won by a whole lot more if we would have won if we would have made our free throws, you know? So I feel like with our shooting coach, he definitely needs to brush up on our free throw shooting, if anything, because we need those points, especially if it's going to count during the playoffs.
No, definitely. It's a great point you raised because they won tonight, but they could have like kept building their lead. But Cade missed 2 free throws. I think Dennis Schroeder missed a couple in the fourth. I want to say so. No, they do need to, especially in like the fourth quarter when it's really time to like win these games. It's okay if you miss a couple in the first, but yeah, no, that you can't. It's about when you make them and miss them, and yeah, there's a couple of weird moments. Like Cade missing going 0 of 2s. That's just like never happens. So no, it's a great call from you.
Right.
Um, so
I
how
think
are you watching?
when it
Because
comes
you know
to,
all your power's out. Sorry, I thought I'd ask you. So I feel like this happens a lot with my friends in the US. They just like constantly have no power.
Mhm.
Like, what
Yeah,
is it just from a
the
storm
thing
or something?
is, no, it was just from a big thunderstorm. It had a little bit of hail with it too, but
Yeah.
power just went out and it's been out for about maybe an hour now. It's been pretty bad, but I got a candle and I got a couple of battery powered lights, so I'm still pushing. Had to hop on the interview, you know, and it's
Of
great to
course.
see. I have my uncle Marcos and my dad are texting me in a group chat talking about some. We're tuned in.
How good, shout out. Man, that's so
hmm
good. Well, are you and your so I remember, are you and your dad going your birthday's around the playoffs, isn't it? I feel like I
My
remember you
dad
telling
was
me that.
born.
Or is it your
Yeah,
dad's
my
birthday?
birthday is quite literally during the playoffs. Like I want to go to like these past couple of years I wanted to go to Pistons games for my birthday, but I
Yeah.
could never do it because we never made the playoffs. But I
Yeah.
feel like I'm definitely one thing that I want to do for my birthday this year, which is on April 26th, is go to a playoff game first round, whether that be the New York Knicks or the Pacers. I just think getting to go to Detroit for the second time in like 7 years since I lived there, definitely will be great to see that. But my dad, he doesn't have a playoff birthday. He was born on January 24th, and
Oh,
I don't think NBA plays at all. Well, yeah, they do. They do.
yeah, yeah. No. I was gonna say you have to talk to is it your cousin or uncle Aaron? I told you I got to I hung out
Oh
with him a
yeah,
fair
my
bit.
well, he's my cousin, but he's like way older than me. Yeah,
Hey.
cousin Aaron. I
But
haven't exactly met him in a long time. I feel like the last time I saw him I was probably like 4 cuz he's
yeah,
been in Detroit. And
yeah,
my dad just tells me stories on how we used to go and just see him, you know. And it
yeah.
was just so like good. And now every time we were watching a game, he would always have like his Cartiers on and dad would be like, "Look at our cousin. Look at our cousin." It's really great to see.
Yeah, because when I first saw him in Detroit, it was at my first game because he sits at like the scorers table, like next to John Mason. And I like went straight up to him, like, "Hey,
Mhm.
Prince, your cousin, he's in my like we chat on Instagram," and he's like, "Oh." And then like he also does like the Motor City Cruise games like as the PA announcer. So I was at a game and he's really
Yeah.
nice. Yeah, he's a legend.
Yeah. I can't wait to see him if I do get to see him during my birthday.
Yeah, I love it. Sorry, I got sidetracked a bit there, but if you
But
got any other thoughts on the game?
um I think this will be a great playoff matchup if we do play the Knicks. I feel like I do want to win these last two games. But see, there goes my Uncle Marcos.
Yeah.
But if we do win those other two games, it will be a great win, and I would love to see us play the Pacers. But I feel like the Knicks now, off of my other opinion last podcast, I think if we play them now, then it would be great to see us win against the Knicks. I feel like that would be a better percentage because I feel like all of our Pacers games are on and off, but I feel like we do lead the series this year for Pistons versus Knicks. So I think especially if we play the Celtics next after second round, that would be great too. But I think the Knicks will be a great playoff matchup. It was a great game. And Isaiah Stewart, he had 0 points and he was just so big on defense. I just love
Yeah.
to see how he was there when it came to playing on defense and just him having that dog in him, you know? It was great. It was great. And hopefully Ivy gets to play playoffs, whether it be first round or second round, whatever it is, give him a couple of minutes just to feel him, you know? But yeah, those are my thoughts.
I love it, Prince. I was just gonna ask you about Ivy, but you just said your thoughts then. But nah, man, it's gonna be really, really fun. And I appreciate you jumping on, fighting through
Hmm.
with no power, got the candles out. I hope your power comes back on soon, my man.
Yeah. What did you say? It cut out because my
Nah,
Wi-Fi.
you're
It said
I,
all I heard
I was
was
just
I
saying,
appreciate you for jumping on.
yeah, you're good. I was just saying I hope your power comes back on, that's all. Of
Yeah, definitely, hopefully, because my phone's about to die. So thank you so much for
course, bro. Oh, we might have lost Prince. No, we've lost him. I'm gonna bring up another legend. I'll message Prince after. I hope he's all right. But we're gonna bring up another legend. We got my man Matty. Let's go,
Pistons, Jack, what a dough.
mate. What a game! What a game!
Man,
What a
that was
second half.
crazy. That's the type of win we needed, honestly. It's been a minute since we had a good win like that.
It has, especially since we've been on the stream. I don't think I've only done losing streams the past 2 weeks because I couldn't do the Raptors one.
Right,
So I'm like,
right.
yeah, it's so good. We've got a dub to talk about. Let's go. But I'm with you. One of the best wins in a
Right,
couple
yeah, that was great.
weeks.
Definitely, definitely. It was cool to see us kind of figure them out as the game went on and really just take it to them in that fourth quarter.
Oh, they took it right up to them. Like, I mean, they shut down Brunson, they shut down Cat. Ron was doing his
Man,
thing. Like,
Cat couldn't do
crazy.
nothing with Isaiah.
He
Yeah, that was
literally
great.
Yeah, it was awesome. It was so good to see. Just like
Right, right.
that, especially just before the playoffs. Like, I think we all as a fan base, like, I feel like most Pistons fans, from what I've seen, want to play the Knicks. So, like, just
Right,
to see
right.
them have this win a couple of weeks or a week before whenever the playoffs start, like, I think it's got us all feeling awesome again. I don't think many people in this stream were down and out, but I think some people were a little bit worried. But just to get a big win like that in the way they did it, so exciting.
Right. Especially to do it against a team that we're probably going to play in the playoffs. Like it was cool to see him do that for sure.
Exactly right. Exactly right,
Sets the
man. It
tone
was
that much more, yeah.
absolutely, absolutely is
And like you
it was
said, man, it
awesome.
was loud in there. You could hear it through the broadcast. Like it was that loud.
Oh, it was incredible. I got to ask you, Matty, do you reckon? I think I asked you last time on the stream, but will you try go to playoff games?
Yup, I seen the tickets go on sale. I think Sunday morning. So I'm for sure I'm just buying tickets. I don't even care if they line up or whatever. I'm just gonna buy tickets.
Yeah, let's
See what
go.
happens. Yeah.
How good. And what jersey are you rocking? Is that the old
Oh,
Navy ones or is it just the lighting?
let's
Oh,
go.
yeah.
Number 2, Detroit, baby.
Let's
go.
go. I love the hat as well, my guy.
Yeah, the
I
old
was
Motor
searching
City.
up- That's like, did you get that around like mid 2010s when they had those jerseys?
It was honestly the first Motor City jersey they released that they had these hats with
Yeah.
or whatever. Before they put the sleeves on them,
Yeah,
like the
that's
old
right.
dark navy colored. Yeah.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah, I actually like
Right,
those,
right.
but then they check the sleeves on it, and it's like, oh no,
Yeah.
the sleeves
Those
ruin it.
original Motor City jerseys to me were the best ones. Like I like
They
those
were
the most.
nice because the navy's still like Pistons colors to an extent. Like it's
Right,
still like a
right.
shade of blue. No, what are your thoughts on the leaked one? Well, the city jerseys for next season.
Oh, I love them uniforms. I love them jerseys.
Yeah.
I can't even lie. I'm gonna have to get one of those in Cade for sure. And then I'm waiting to see the statement jerseys. I think I'll try to get another Beasley jersey in the new statements. I'm thinking.
Well, I was gonna ask you about Beasley because did you go get some stuff signed at a meetup? Was that like a few days ago, about a week ago, maybe?
Yup, it was Sunday. Him and Sasser did a signing.
What were they like? I know you
Man,
said something funny to ask about the celebration.
yeah, I was like, man, you gotta watch it on them finger guns. But man, they were both really nice. They were both really nice.
That's awesome. That's awesome. I love it. Because Beasley's Cade's your favorite player, but I feel like you've said Beasley's your second favorite.
Yeah, oh, for sure.
Yeah, that's sick.
He had that dunk. He looked like Air Beasley when he jammed that down. At first, I was like, "Who was that?" That was crazy.
No, you're right. He does have sneaky like hops. I
Yeah,
feel like,
like you
especially
don't
when he's on, like,
expect him to get up like that.
exactly. Yeah, he's just like, because you just think, oh, he's a shooter, but like he gets up, especially on the fast break. I feel like he's dunking it more often than not. Like, for
Right.
sure.
He'll surprise you sometimes. That's for sure. Because him and Holland both wear that white undershirt, and I'm watching it on my phone. I was like, "Was that Holland dunking it? But it was Beasley."
That's when you know you got bounce.
Right, for real.
But Matty, any other thoughts on this team? How are you feeling for the playoffs now? Now that we've just had this big win against the Knicks.
I'm feeling good, honestly. The rough stretch really didn't bother me too much, just because we've been good for so long, and I knew a rough stretch was just bound to come. You know, because it's the NBA. It happens to every team. It happened to the Cavs kind of around the same time. So I just kind of knew, we'd probably hit a little rough patch, but I think we'll definitely be fine for playoffs. That's for sure.
No, I think you're 100% right. Like, I feel like maybe, like, I was with you on that. I think maybe some fans, because we haven't had a team like this in so long, they kind of just start to think the worst case. Like, if this happened after we've had a playoff series, like when this kind of thing happens next season, I don't think fans will freak out as much. It's just because we're not. If things aren't going awesome and always trending up, fans start to get a bit worried that everything's going to collapse. But
for real,
which I fully understand.
Right?
Yes, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I fully understand it. But I was like you. I was like having a rough stretch. Been missing Tobias. Cade's just getting warmed back up.
Right.
And yeah, like we've said, like the Knicks were missing 2 starters. So, but at the same time, like I don't think that takes much away from this win at all in the way they won the game.
Right. We just got to figure out a way for Cade not to get in foul trouble like that for the series. Like maybe have Tim Hardaway Jr. guard Brunson a little bit, I'd say, just to keep Cade off of him. But yeah, I think we should definitely be good in that first series.
I agree, and I love how Cade hunts for Brunson.
Yes, that's the best.
He just tries to get matched up on him, and you saw Brunson flopping a little bit, but like that's something they're going to go for every time.
And like I think it was Austin said earlier in the stream, he's not going to get those flop calls in the playoffs. Like they're not going to give him that same whistle, So I really like our odds in that first round.
Same. It's just going to be just hearing, like you said, LCA through the broadcast on like TV or however you like. I was just like, this play, like that's going to be the playoffs for 48 minutes. Like as long as
right.
like it's just going to be incredible. So exciting. got a bit of a taste for it tonight.
Right, that's what I liked. You could definitely feel the playoff atmosphere tonight, and like both teams trying to figure each other out for that round or whatever.
Exactly. It's just get me to the playoffs. I mean, I'm enjoying this season. I'm going to enjoy these 2 games against the Bucks. I
Right.
think they'll probably win one and lose one. I feel like now, actually, if the Pistons beat the Bucks tomorrow, which I'm not sure they will, but then I think if they win that, I feel like the Pistons will rest a heap of people in the last
Yeah,
game
I
because
kinda
I
feel
think
that
they'll
too.
want the Knicks. Because
Right.
just I'm pretty sure if the Pistons win, because did the Bucks win? Did they beat the Pelicans? Yes, they did. So if the Pistons win both these games, they go to the 5th seed. So
So we
obviously,
would
if
face the
they win,
Pacers.
yes, because they beat the Bucks. Not only do they have the same amount of wins and losses, but they have the tiebreaker because of some conference thing. Someone explained this to me on Twitter. So
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, right.
if they lose one, win one, they can only get the 5th seed if they win both. So
Both.
to my
I think they'll
understanding.
split those games. Honestly, I got a feeling they'll split them.
I do too. And maybe they rest people tomorrow on the back-to-back. But I just want to split that and get to the Knicks. Stay
Right, for
healthy.
real. Get to the
Let's
next.
go. It's going to
Just get to
be
that first
incredible.
round now. And if Jaden Ivey makes an appearance, he's going to get a standing ovation like you've never seen. Like, I really hope he comes, maybe just makes an appearance, honestly.
So true. I didn't even think of like him checking into the game. That'll be crazy.
Oh, yeah.
That'll be.
It felt like he healed super fast, though. Like, he's already been cleared for basketball activities. That's kind of crazy.
That is good. I think that means like he can play 5-on-5 and all of that. He's just getting conditioning
Right.
back.
Yeah, they
I
said he
think,
just
mate,
got to get like his conditioning process going now.
which is like incredible. I'm not gonna lie. That update we got today, I honestly did not think we'd get that. It wasn't because
Me
I didn't
neither.
think he'd be healthy enough. I just thought the team would try and play it. So like they're just gonna rest him and we'll just say we're gonna keep reevaluating him. Never was worried about the recovery, but the fact they've said that means that they are going to try and play him if he's ready to go, which is so exciting.
Right.
I think that just shows, I reckon it just shows, he must just be banging down the door to play. Like I
Man,
feel
yeah, he
like
must
some
be
guys,
itching to get back for real.
literally, I reckon some guys maybe like, would be more worried about, I want to, I got to keep myself healthy. I can sign a contract this summer. Like if I come back to it, whereas JI, he just wants to play. He just wants to play and be a part of it. It's awesome.
Yeah, it'd be great to have him back, honestly. Even if it's just for, a little bit.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind seeing that.
Just give us like, even if we just get him for like 5 minutes, like
Because that would be like, that'd be like the cherry on top for this season. Is just for him to, return to the court like that.
yeah, because he went down. They just started playing some really good basketball on that West Coast trip where they beat the Lakers, the Suns, the Kings.
Right.
And then he goes down like the first game back after that road trip. And like, obviously since then things have that's when the season's really gone upwards. And
just took off.
like
Yeah.
you said, it'd be so good for him just to be able to get on the court, make a shot, be a part of it on the court, wearing the uniform. Like you said, the crowd would be standing up. It would
For
be
real. That'd be awesome.
be special. But yeah, Maddie, any other thoughts, my guy, before we wrap up this stream and I get to some comments?
Just expect that first round series win and expect the NBA to be so impressed that we get a Christmas game next year for the first time since 2005. I'm calling it.
Let's go.
That's what we need, yeah.
Knicks Pistons on Christmas Day next year. Or
that
this
would
year,
be
sorry.
sick. Yeah, that'd be sick.
I love it, Matty. Appreciate you, my man. Thank you for jumping on and waiting around. I appreciate you.
Yep, no problem. All right, Jack. Go Pistons, bro.
Go Pistons. Let's go.
Let's go.
All right, what a legend Matty is. Thank you to we have 5 people in the stream. We've had Matty, we've had Prince, we've had Austin, we've had Campbell, and we've had D. So thank you to all of them for jumping on. But let's get to some comments. There's some very generous people in the chat. Ryan, it's so cool to know that my son on here when Prince was born he had a Pistons swaddler in the hospital in Nashville, and I had on Tayshaun Prince jersey. It's awesome. Appreciate you, Ryan, for the donation as well. Then we got Prince's cousin. What was your uncle? Marcos, thank you so much, man. That's so generous. Really appreciate it. Yeah, so good to have Prince up here and be a part of the Pistons community, sharing his thoughts. We love having him on this show. And my man Mark, all the way in WA. Go the Saints. Only Mark knows what I'm talking about there. But it's a special win, this one. To have a mental edge over a team that has already melted down in the playoffs previously, the 3-1-3 is the place to be. Great point from you, Mark. The mental edge, because I already know, I since I started the stream, I haven't checked comments, checked what people are saying on Twitter and that, but already know Knicks fans are going to be saying, well, we don't have our two best defenders. We don't have two starters in OG and Josh Hart. But I don't think that matters. The mental edge the Pistons now have with 3 straight wins over the Knicks, 2 at MSG on their floor, and then 1 at LCA, and the manner they've gone about it, that's a mental edge. I don't care who the Knicks have in the lineup. They still had their 2 best players, and Mikal Bridges, who's meant to be their 3rd best player. So there's definitely something to be said about the mental edge. So love that from you, Mark. Appreciate you, mate. But let's get to some others. What else? There's another couple here I wanted to go through. YouTube user. Shout out to YouTube user. I feel like I haven't seen you in a few games, but good to have you back, my friend. In order for the Pistons to get to the next level, they need to get much better on perimeter defense. I agree. That's definitely an area for improvement. I feel like even it could help, like their rebounding issues. Some of it comes from the lack of size sometimes on the perimeter, like especially like tonight when they got Tobias and Asar, it's a bit better. But yeah, I think the perimeter defense is an area for improvement. I'm not sure who the guy is that fixes that. But look, as much I think all the vets have been incredible. Beasley, THJ, and Tobias in their own way. They've all starred in their role. THJ has been really good of late. Beasley, since Beasley has dropped off a little recently, I think it's because he's getting guarded a lot heavier, but he's been incredible for most of the season. Then Tobias, you saw what this team's like when he's not in the lineup. They're just not as good. It's a fact. So, but what I will say about those 3 is none of them are known for their perimeter defense. So, I'd still hope they bring Beasley and THJ back. But it's an area for improvement. I think it's something they can withstand for the moment. But if we're talking championships, yeah, I think you have a point there for sure, YouTube user. Brandon just got in. Let's go. I'm going to the game tomorrow. Hopefully it's half as electrifying as tonight. Been to almost 20 games. Haven't seen them win yet. Brandon, hopefully they get a win for you, my friend. Hopefully. If they're going to win one, I think it is tomorrow at home at LCA. So let's see how they go. But I hope they get a win for you, my friend. Let's get to some other comments. I saw a great one here from my man, Devin, about, here we go. I love this. Devin, can you, if you're still watching, my friend, could you DM me where you got this stat from? I'm going to post something about it. But Stu held Cat to 29% shooting while guarding him. Crazy. It felt like that. That's, he had Cat. Cat was getting frustrated. Cat had 7 turnovers. I feel like at least 4 of them were in that stretch that Stu was on him in the second half. So I know everyone in this stream and in the chat knows the value of Stu, but for any Pistons fans that struggle sometimes to see his defensive impact outside of just blocking shots, go watch him defend Cat for those 8 to 9 minutes. Because Cat is a guy that has killed the Pistons, especially earlier in the season. So that was awesome to see. What else do we have? Got some stuff about Shaq. Shaq, yeah. Does the Shaq stuff actually annoy anyone? Maybe I'm just desensitized to it, but I just like with that kind of stuff, when anyone national honestly talks about the Pistons, unless it's like Zach Lowe, people that like podcast and watch teams, like people like Shaq and I don't know, Stephen A, those people on those talk shows, like if they say something bad about the Pistons, like it doesn't, I just feel like they don't watch, so it doesn't bother me. But so the Shaq stuff to me is just funny. But love this. Cannot wait for Jaden Ivey to come back. One of my favorite players ever, Devin. Yeah, that Jaden Ivey news was awesome. So awesome to get that today. Like I just said, I wasn't sure we were going to get that, but this season, but to have that announced and him potentially come back is going to be just an extra shot in the arm for this team. Pistons next. What's going on, my friend? Hope you're good. I was really surprised that JB kept Stu in until he fouled out because it was crucial. Well, I think it got to the point where it was just like Stu's defense has been awesome. And yes, he has 5 fouls, but once it gets to like less than 7 minutes in the fourth, it's kind of like just house money because Stu would normally check out anyway. So it's just like play him till he fouls out, keep him out there, frustrating cat, and then we can bring in JD, who was having a pretty good game himself. So it was crucial, like you said. Pistons next. Appreciate you. Matt Welch beat the daggum Bucks and then Indiana. Let's go. I love it, Matt. Sorry for my pronunciation, but yeah, appreciate you. Oh, Jack, I sent you the tweet with the Stew stat. Appreciate you, my friend. I'll check it out for sure. Yeah, that's crazy. Sometimes you can find these stats, but they normally don't load onto the NBA's website until like the next day. So, thank you, my friend, and thank you, Devin, as well, for chucking that in there. But guys, I think that's going to do it for today's show. About an hour. This has been super fun. Thank you to everyone in the comments, YouTube user, Mike, Pistons Next, Maddie Fresh, all the guests that jumped on. Special thanks to Mark, Ryan, and Marcos for their donations. Seriously appreciate that, guys. Thank you. That definitely helps the show grow. But yeah, who's this in here? Let's finish with this. Knickerbocker, Betty Crocker, Jack is my father, Pistons in 5. Oh, that is incredible. What a way to wrap up the stream. Thank you so much, guys. Great stream, great win. Let's go. Get us to the playoffs. 2 more games to go. Plenty can happen, but yeah, hard to not feel good after that win. So until tomorrow's game after the Bucks, as always.